This is a video showing the installation of a handcrafted McClure Shuffleboard table. Often we do table installations in our areas from Chicago to Detroit area. I recorded this video with myself and Sam installing a handcrafted Patriot Shuffleboard table. One thing to keep in mind with shuffleboard tables is the room access. Any tight turns, any stairs, anything like that. And we do make all of our tables that are longer than 12 feet with the cabinets in 2 halves. Because all of our tables are handcrafted, every leg is hand fit to every cabinet. So the legs and the bottom of the cabinet are stamped and numbered. It's very important that you match up the number with the proper stamping on the cabinet and make sure the numbers are going in the correct direction. Most of our cabinets go together in a similar fashion with bolts that come down from the top, and you pull back some little tabs that we cut in the carpet to hide the bolts. Once you put the bolts in, you flap the tabs back over, and then you'll never see where the bolts are again. This is a rather long video, but we're showing in detail all the steps and everything that's involved with setting up a shuffleboard table. On a 3-legged table, you can install 2 legs on one half of the cabinet and 1 leg on the other half of the cabinet. And then later, once the first half of the cabinet is actually set up and standing on the floor, then you can put the other half together with it. They are doweled in the center with some dowel pins to line up the 2 halves of the cabinets. You have to pull the 2 cabinet halves together, and then finally we have some tight joint connectors that pull the 2 halves together. Many of our legs have some pocket screws underneath to add some stability. It's very important on this Patriot that you put these 2 pocket screws in. It makes the table legs that much more stable. We're pulling the 2 cabinet halves together now, as I told you before, with the dowel pins. And the next step is Sam is going to put in the tight joint connectors and pull the 2 halves and the seams together perfectly. There is a seam there where the 2 halves match. It will not always perfectly line up or match, often because the tables are set up with a little bit of a sway in them, so each end of the table is slightly higher than the center. The 2 cabinet halves are put together on the benches with the cabinet builder on a level surface, so if you have more sway or less sway, the seams may not be perfect. One thing that we do is we leave the carpet long, and this is probably one of the most difficult or tricky things to do. You have to cut the carpet similar to the way you would wallpaper. We overlap the 2 carpet halves, as you can see, and then we cut on one side or the other side of the seam. This way the sawdust or the powder, it's actually called wax, but the powder you put on the table won't fall through the carpet and down onto your floor. Now when you're handling the board, one of the easiest ways to do it is to hold it upside down. We do ship the boards in a crate, and in this case we're pulling it out of a trailer, but we flip the board over upside down. That's the best way to handle it with those climate adjusters up in the air. The rest of this video, I have some audio in the video itself, so I'm going to stop talking and let the video audio continue.
Just let it slide on that blanket. Run around? Yeah, go on in.
Right around there, right? Yep.
You can just let it slide right there on that blanket if you want.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way. You guys can pick up and swing that way.
Okay. I'm just going to try and follow right on in here, so you guys got it for a minute. I'll come in and grab right into the board. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to hit with me. I got it now. You can move out now. Okay. Sorry, we gotta let go. We're gonna set it halfway there, Sam. We gotta bring it to me a little bit. Okay. Roll it over into the cabin. All right. Pull blankets out. There we go. Flip it on over now. There we go. That'll work. There you go. You got it. pre-adjusted that curve a little bit. And you have to really just kind of throw some pucks and get a feel for what you think is happening, because you might think it's in the climb adjusters and it's actually in the leg. So see that curve back in, so that tells me the board is probably okay. These are the climate adjusters. And if you take this nut on the outside loose, and you take this inside one, you don't have to really work both of them, but if you take this inside one and you just go like that, it doesn't take a whole lot. That puts enough pressure on that board that it's pushing the board this way. It's making the board more concave. If it's too concave and you just want to back it off, you might have to just come in here and just back this off a little bit, take some pressure off, because there's already pressure on there. You don't have to very often use these outside nuts, which you can use, which push the rods in this way and make the board more flat.
Gotcha.
And you do need two 15/16 inch wrenches to do this.